sight of the seagulls soaring, and in my heart I'm glad all over. These fearless warriors draped in tangerine to live our Blackpool dream.
Guys, and welcome to episode 7 of Illuminating Blackpool. And today we take on Yeovil Town in League 2. But let's have a look at where we have been since we last spoke. So we played Bournemouth in our last live com. Lost 3-1 in the FA Cup. Bizarrely, the board asked me after the game to explain why we had lost 3-1 to Premier League Bournemouth. I was a bit confused as well. So we beat Crawley as well after that. 3-0 win. Nice 3-0 win. And we drew 0-0 with Cambridge, although they did have only 10 men for most of the match. So I was a little bit disappointed with the 0-0 draw. But that currently leaves us in 5th place. 2 points behind today's opponents, which means we have the chance to enter the top 3 once again. As you may have seen, Danny Philliskirk starts today. Harry Lennon has joined us on loan from Charlton, because you can never have too many Harrys in your team. So let's have a look at the 2 lineups for today's game. So we start with Oliver Davis in goal, Kenny, Aldridge, Robertson, Hyam, Cameron, Kane, Collins and Will Atkinson, Danny Philliskirk and Kyle Vassell up front. They start with Krishak in goal, Shepherd, Lacey, Mugaib, Dixon, Lawless, Breers, Doolan, Khan, Pruley and Bowen up front. I have no idea who most of those are. Tom Eves I've heard of before. Frank Zoko I've heard of before. And I'm not really... Alex Lawless is a name that springs to mind, but I don't really know him that well. So can we pick up 3 points today to A, get over the disappointment of last week and get us back in the race for promotion out of League 2? Let's find out, shall we? As Yeovil get us off and underway, and they have a bit of play around the back. Launched forward to Robertson. Headed on by Collins, picked up by Vassell. I've tried Vassell and Philliskirk today. Jamal Matt hadn't scored in like 13 hours of football, so I've decided to leave him out today. Try a new front 2 pairing and see where it takes us. So thank you very much for the love and support for episode 6 as Yeovil come forward and it's headed away. But it's picked up by Bowen. Bowen goes for the shot. Easy save for Oliver Davis in the Blackpool goal. So I really enjoyed episode 6 despite the loss to Bournemouth. You know, I thought we gave a good account of ourselves. Although, as I said earlier in the video, I was a bit surprised by the board's reaction to the fact that we'd lost to a Premier League club 3-1. Given that we are 3 divisions apart. But there we are. That's the expectation level of the Blackpool board. They want success. Perhaps they should put more money into the club, and then success might be a little bit easier. But who am I to argue? So it says about adjusting the mentality because we're too far apart. So we'll put Danny Philliskirk in the support role behind Kyle Vassell, who's actually been on quite good form lately, keeping David Ball out of the team, among others, because we've got lots of strikers. But Jamal Matt started like a house on fire, and the house has burnt down. But Colin Daniel has really been the real miss, I think, for this side, as a corner comes in from Atkinson. It's headed back out. He'll have another crack at getting it in. He's gone for the shot himself and he's gone straight in. Past Krishak and into the net. Will Atkinson's third goal of the season. That's an absolute calamity. It's coming off the upright, apparently. Let's have a look at it. So the corner comes in. It's headed out. Comes back in again. And it's gone straight in. It's very bizarre. But Blackpool lead by a goal to nil. Coming into the half-time break. And that is half-time. Good half of football. Although they said it was a drab match so far. That's a good half of football in my opinion. Blackpool 1 up at the break. No changes need to be made. Let's get off and running with the second half, shall we? As we kick off, kicking from right to left. With Tom Aldridge out to Kenny. Kenny out to Cameron. Cameron down to Phyllis Kirk, who's going to chase that. I never understand why they do that. It's not a highlight. A kick-off is not a highlight. Although Smith on Sunday League Football may well disagree. Kick-off. And Aldridge, oh no, he's made a terrible mistake. Khan is in behind as well, saved by Oliver Davis. He has got Tom Aldridge out of a hole there. And that potentially could have been the equaliser for Yeovil. Corner has to come in though with Doolan. Aldridge redeems himself. Briers on the rebound, tipped over by Davis, and it's a corner again to Yeovil. On the other side this time. And that's got to come in as well. And it's pinball, but it's Kenny that clears it downfield. And we just about survive. With our lead intact. Chance for us now, perhaps. Vassell. No. Lost it. Up to Eves. Into Bowen. Bowen racing towards the goal. Gives it to Tom Eves. Out wide to Shepherd. Back stick. Again with the back stick. And Khan with the equaliser. His fourth goal of the season. In a game that Yeovil are, in fairness, they are dominating. So I'm going to bring Jamal Matt on. Seems like the sensible thing to do. I know he's not scored in like 13 hours of football. Danny Philliskirk is hardly setting the world alight himself. So Yeovil have equalised. They're making a change as well. Let's see if we can find ourselves a goal to get ourselves back in front again. Kane into Hyam. Hyam down to Collins, out to Atkinson. Atkinson looks across for Kane again. Cameron's there as well. And Henry Cameron racing down his right hand side will get the ball into the box. Kyle Vassell is there, and Kyle Vassell has put the ball in the net to put us back in front. Great vision from Henry Cameron with the early cross. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. That is not bad. So it's a good ball in from Cameron. See the earliness of the cross. Kyle Vassell is not going to miss from that range. And we are back in front, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to say the substitution worked, but it kind of did. Even though Jamal didn't actually touch the ball. Shh. Don't mention it. So with 22 minutes to go, we've got ourselves a lead again. I'm going to look at potentially making another change. The question is, whom? Whom will I pick? I think Michael Collins is going to come off. Jack Payne is going to come on. Purely because Michael Collins has played a lot of football since he arrived from Leyton Orient. At the start of the January transfer window, I will show you all the month's transfers at the end of the window when all the shopping is done. But those, obviously, you've seen the 2 guys that we brought in so far. Although Harry Lennon has not played yet. So we've got 13 minutes to go. Venice Yeovil have dominated the game, but at the moment it's the scoreboard that counts. And a chance perhaps for another goal. Cameron. Kenny. Finds Kane. Kane into Matt. Matt back to Kenny. Kenny now with the ball, and he's giving it away. And the break is on. Bowen. Stop the ball getting... No, he's taking him on and beating him. For pace. Briers. Oh, shit. George Briers. Desmond Tutu has arrived on the scene. He's beaten Aldridge too easily there. Takes it beyond, and then Bowen. It's an awful goal to concede. And then it's back to 2-2. We've been pegged back twice in this game. And with 2 minutes of added time to come. Krzyzak. Is this going to be the sucker punch? Vassell. Finds Kane. Kane finds Matt. And Matt... Oh, he's kind of... No, he's giving the ball away. This could be the sucker punch. Collins back to Aldridge. Aldridge goes long upfield, but it's easily dealt with. Khan. I really want the whistle to go. Now I don't. Always blow the whistle on time. So 2-2. Not a bad result. Unfortunate today. That's a better thing than what he said last time. Unlucky boys. So that sees us drop to 7th. Still in the playoffs. But now with Hartlepool coming at us. Lots of work still to do. Very much lots of work still to do. That was episode 7 of Illuminating Blackpool. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can. The Twitter handle is down below. And if you'd like to leave a comment, I'd be most grateful. Thank you for watching this episode. I will see you next time. Ta-ra.